Okay, this video is going to show how to create the park bench. We're going to start off by going to the left side view here, maximize that, and we're going to draw a line. If you recall from the chess project, when you hold shift, first of all, you click and let go when you're drawing a line. By the way, you can put this drag type on corner, put this on corner. Click and let go when you're drawing a line. Don't hold the click because that'll make it curve. But if you hold shift, that will give you straight horizontal and vertical lines. So what we're gonna do is draw like the bar leg of a park bench. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. I'm gonna left click, drag. I'm gonna hold shift so that that's straight. Click, go up, hold shift so that that's straight. Once again, hold shift. And then this one's going to be on an angle, so I'm not going to hold shift. All right, right click to get off of that. And I'm going to go to edit, rendering, enable and view, render, enable and viewport. And I'm going to increase this thickness quite a bit here to make it like the bar of a park bench. Don't worry about the exact numbers. Don't worry about the exact size of the shape that you drew. Just make it proportional, and it should be good. Let's just check that out here in my perspective view. All right, that looks good. All right, I'm actually going to go back to the perspective view real quick, and I'm going to copy this over to make a second leg. So I'm going to go and put move, and hold shift, move in just my X direction, and that looks good. Make that an instance so that whatever I do to one happens to the other. All right, back to the left side view. All right, now I'm going to create like the wood planks that would go across for the bench seat. So I'm going to make a box. By the way, when you make a box in a 2D view, generally when you make a box, you click and hold, drag, let go, and then you drag again to get the third dimension. That still works in the 2D view. It's just you can't see the third dimension happening. But you do still need to drag in that other direction to get that dimension to move. So I'm going to start here close to the corner. Left click, drag. All right, that'll be my plank there. And then let go, and then I'm dragging. So you can see the height dimension on the side changing. Again, I'm just kind of guessing at this number right now. It doesn't matter. I'm going to escape, and then I'm going to go to the perspective view, and I'm going to go to edit so that I can change the height of this box. And I'm going to make this go all the way across to the other side of the bench. So I'm going to drag the height. I think I need to go negative. Yeah, so I'm going to go negative. Notice, by the way, how the mouse will just scroll through to the other side of the screen. You don't have to keep like going up and down. My computer's freezing. There we go. I'm going to go to this top view here, move this over so I can see the whole thing. Make that a little bit longer. And then I'm going to move this. I'm actually going to do it in the top view. I'm going to move this way a little bit so that it's about even on both sides. All right, that looks good. I'll stay in the top view. And actually, no, I'll go back to the left view. And I'm going to move this. I'm going to zoom in here. Move this over and down some. Make sure it's sitting right on top. And then I'm going to do a shift copy. Hold shift. Drag this. Leave a little gap. And then should be able to get 3 more of those in there. 4 total. Perfect. All right. So I have my planks there for the bench Now I need the back planks. By the way, if you think this angle is a little steep, like say you drew this and you're like, oh, I'm not crazy about that, it looks a little steep. You can go back to this line, hit the play button, go to vertex, and you can move this vertice. I'll move that way a little bit. You don't have to do that just based on how yours looks. You can move it if necessary. All right, back to this box here. Return line off. Back to this first box. Now I'm going to do a rotate and copy. So I'm going to press E to rotate. I'm going to leave snaps off because I don't know the exact angle here. But I'm going to zoom in and I'm just going to hold shift, click, rotate that, and try to match the angle. Again, you don't drag your cursor around the circle, you just go in one direction. All right, and then we'll do just one for now. Instance, I'm going to move that X and Y, move it up here, get it close to the bench, to the bar, zoom in some. I see I can adjust that angle just a little bit. All right, that looks good. Put that back on move, and I'm going to copy this in the X and Y direction to get this going up the bar here. So I'm going to hold shift, drag my X and Y, try to get the same spacing. Good, and then should be able to get two more. All right, so that one at the top is too far, so I can just delete this last one. Just click on this and delete it. Gonna move all three of these up just a little bit. And closer, that should be touching. I don't know why that's not touching. All right, that looks good. Let's go to perspective view. Check it out. All right, looks pretty good from the perspective view. So this bench is done. Go ahead and add materials to the planks, to the bar. Usually the bars are somewhat of a metal-ish type material. And then add some other scene detail, complete your scene as usual. You're going to want this to be sitting maybe on some grass or maybe on like a path or whatever with some grass next to it. Make it look nice.